Freeman's current target is Tactical Templar. To be frank, I don't really give a about this far right winger person, but at the same time, it just shows that he's still continuing the same cycles that he's always been doing. He picks out a target, and everybody goes after them, including doxing them and like trying to ruin their lives and blah blah. Right? It's coordinated, and yeah, he's not covering Destiny anymore because like, bro, he doesn't own up to how wrong he was. Instead, he just moves on to his next target. Jstlk is a lost cause, okay? There's no world in which Jstlk becomes an extremely successful content creator, okay? I'm sorry. Jstlk is just a completely lost cause, okay? Like, Jstlk doesn't have talent. He doesn't have the skill to practice being a good commentator either. The current narrative is that Destiny has CSAM, so after all this case, he'll be arrested. Dude, oh my god. Actual, like, the most individuals, straight up. Yeah, I don't know. Also, now that I'm floating around the possibility that Jstlk is like botting, like I'm just looking at his viewer count. It's always around this like above 300. It's always above 300. He could be covering the most boring shit ever, and it's still at least 300. And remember, people on Kick and Twitch have no incentive to like not use bots, right? Because it doesn't fuck them in the algorithm.
We should all wonder a little bit why does she have DGG merch on if she's like totally trafficked or whatever? If she had no idea, I'm curious about that.
Well, you mean someone who is a victim who is possibly coerced into wearing that for authenticity, for tricking Destiny? Yeah, it makes you wonder, right?
Apparently there's a really good story here. Maybe. But this picture was posted by Destiny. He went like, at Kiwi Farms, you're too incompetent to find this person. And then when they did dox her, based on this picture that Destiny posted, he went, why do you guys think I helped them find her? That was his proof that he did.
Because at the time, he didn't think of her as a victim, right? If that makes sense. At the time, the reason why he has helped Kiwi Farms find Rose, and the why he enticed Kiwi Farms into finding Rose is because at the time, Steven thought that she was an adult who should be around 20 or 21 now, and was colluding with Solo in order to go after him or some shit, right? Like, there's like plausible reasoning to do something like that. Obviously, in retrospect, it is kind of sucky, and it is unfortunate that in order to vindicate Steven, such attention has to be brought to her life, right?
Didn't think she was 17, he's like, why do you think I helped Kiwi Farms dox her? And somehow, DGGers go to my comments pointing this out and go, well, you doxed her though. What? So, remember, when LEB said, Destiny, you should go to the police, he responded, I have nothing to give them. Remember, the only reason...
Well, now they hide her face? Yeah. I mean, however, I don't think Steven wanting Kiwi Farms to find her in the first place should remove you from the possibility of, like, from the fact that it is still the anti-fans that went after her. They made the choice themselves to go after her, right? Like, sure, you can criticize Steven. You can criticize Steven for doing the whole, like, oh yeah, I want Kiwi Farms to go find her in the first place thing, right? But at the same time, after that information is out, and after, like, the whole, like, she may be a fucking minor at the time shit was out, after all that shit was out, you have to ask yourself, like, well, you could be using that information and trying to bring Solo to justice yourself, right? There could have been other ways for you to get around to, acting accordingly, especially when, CP is involved. But what do they do instead, right? What do they do instead? They use that information to harass families, to go after people, to make everyone's lives harder, right? So it's not like, because every single time you confront them on this, they keep on saying, well, I mean, wasn't it Steven's fault in the first place for trying to get Kiwi Farms to dox her? Yes, but you guys did all the harm. You guys are responsible for the harm, right? Doxing is one thing because Steven needed to know who she is in order for lawsuit shit and legal reasons. However, you guys are the ones that actually did the harassing, so you can't just say, well, you can't blame us for harassing her because you were the one that got that shit to happen. Again, it just doesn't.
And they even found the Rose person. This talk about Kiwi Farms was because I posted the pics in chat to bait them into looking. Seems pretty stupid to do that if I thought she was 17, huh?
Also, remember Destiny encouraging anti-fans to harass her family until she sat for deposition with Pixie? Exactly. Remember when that happened? Oh wait, it didn't happen. Yeah.
So the picture that this black cat person is going off about is the actual docs that Destiny posted. The actual personal
She's in chat pretty often, I think.
Personally identifiable information posted with a malicious purpose to
lurking,
taunt Kiwi Farms to look for her.
Terminally online.
And this person is virtue signaling about how, I don't know, Willie Mac's the bad guy? But just wait, it gets better, because actually that's not what she maintains. Just give it a second. It gets worse than that. Okay, it gets worse than that. There's one more tweet. What is this one? New court filings reveal that Destiny never even spoke to Rose. It was her ex-boyfriend the entire time. Good job to deranged anti-fan communities for pushing this innocent girl to be doxxed, then blasting her all over the internet. Again, Destiny posted the picture they used to find her, right? Destiny is the person who doxed her. That is doxing. When you post PII, uniquely...
Bro, this fucking... Dude, Black Cat is too powerful, dude. Black Cat is way too powerful, dude. What the fuck? Like, I'm pretty sure she only has, like, what, like, less than 1,000 followers or some shit like that? Like, less than 1,000 followers, and, like, every single major streamer at some point has had Black Cat on the fucking... on their fucking screen. It's so crazy. I don't know.
Identifiable PII with a malicious
I don't
intent
even
that is
have that.
doxing.
I have more followers
It's a subset
than
of
her,
doxing to not post, like, the full dox, but it is doxing. Another completely manufactured drama at the expense of victims created by and for creepy stalkers. So this is clearly a defense of Destiny, even though she doesn't want to say that, right? Clearly her attempting to defend Destiny. Now, the very interesting thing about this is, what she's saying is, this first-party testimony...
From what I know, like, Black Hat doesn't even like Destiny all that much, I think, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that they have their own disagreements, but, you know... I mean, it should tell you, like, oh my god, why would any woman defend Destiny or whatever, right? Well, I mean, because women care about justice, and they care about how other women could discredit, like, their own fucking, you know, stories and shit like that, right? And people like Pixie makes all women look bad. So it's like, yeah, of course, like, women care about this. Like, yeah, I don't know.
From Rose is being real.
Who is Black Hat? Is she a hater? No, she's on our side. Like, she's, like, one of the very few people who is on our side.
Played by Destiny's lawyer, right? So apparently Rose was deposed by Pixie, and in that transcript, apparently she says, somebody impersonated me to talk to Destiny, right? We'll give it a second, Tyska. She says, somebody impersonated me to talk to Destiny. Apparently, that's what Andrew Bretler says. So we're going to take third-party testimony on what she testified to, right?
And it's funny how much they mauled over her. It's just so stupid.
Third party is in Andrew Bretler. But even if you didn't include that, even if you thought Andrew Bretler was a totally reliable, always truthful actor, this would be first-party testimony of her experience, which apparently DG cheaters think is respectable and is evidence now. Thank God, because we've been arguing that the ABMC declaration is evidence the whole time. But they've reached our position of the ABMC declaration being evidence. Thank God. Hallelujah. Okay? Now we're pretty confident that they don't think it should be dismissed, right? Right? Yes, obviously, it's already a very stupid... Yes, Your Honor, the child porn I received was actually sent to me by a creepy, like, sex trafficker? Child sex trafficker? The child porn I procured was from a creepy child sex trafficker, actually. Not a minor themselves. Huh. Get owned.
Abby keeps dodging
shit.
Get
owned, all of my haters. Get owned. I obtained my child porn from a creepy sex trafficker. All right.
How, like, just by the way, okay, we've gone from Destiny is for sure a predator to, oh, maybe he's a predator, but he'll still get fucked, to, oh, well, I mean, I guess he accidentally ended up with that shit anyway, so, I guess, maybe he'll get, fucked. Like, dude, bro, just, like, how do you live with yourself with how, like, stupid you sound? Oh my god, like, you're just so stupid. I don't... You keep on moving back the goalposts, like, constantly, because you know that you can't maintain that ground for long, right?
Go off, King. Go off, King.
Like...
So, yeah,
okay.
all of this is fucking insane.
Good memes. Okay?
Yeah, so this is...
all memes.
Women actually gets it correct here. It's just a claim. It's literally not even... we don't even know if it's true. But... we do agree that it's evidence. Both Queeman and I would agree that this is evidence. It should be considered. It should be, you know, examined at trial. Where's the Willie tweet on this, though?
Yeah, it's... okay, if this is true, it's kind of funny to me that Queeman is trying to avoid Destiny as much as possible on his stream, but then it's very clear to me that Queeman is still unhinged about this shit, right? Because Queeman still talks about this shit recently on his fucking Twitter. Like, he still is coping and investing himself. He's just not talking about it on his stream because it looks bad. But, like, it's so stupid. Like, this shit is just so retarded. I don't know.
I need the Willie tweet. Where's the Willie quote? There's a Willie quote here.
Why is Queeman avoiding Destiny? I don't know. Probably because there's no future in it, right? Because if you really think about it, like, Jstlk has been on a downward slope this entire time. And in addition, there's nothing to be gained off of, like, everything that has happened so far. Because eventually the lawsuit will end and you will have to put the fries in the bag, okay? You can't just... I don't know, you can just sustain yourself off of this forever, I guess, at the very least. So yeah, that's the way I kind of look at it, okay?
Here somewhere? Ha 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 ha. Willie says, I will talk about the new Destiny stuff when the court case is over and all the cards are on the table. If I got stuff wrong, it doesn't do anyone any good to not correct it. We'll reach out to Destiny for an interview then, too. He's basically like, I'm going to sit back and wait. Willie was completely correct.
Yeah, he's putting the fries in his belly right now.
Yes. Nothing said here makes Willie incorrect. Maybe
just by the way, they also had a campaign against Willie Mack, okay? They also had a harassment campaign against Willie Mack. And I like how now, because he's so desperate, like he has to support Willie Mack now against Destiny. It's so stupid, dude. So retarded. It's some of the most forced hatred or forced defending I've ever seen. No one is even paying him. Like no one is even paying like Jstlk to like defend Willie
Willie
Mack.
could
So
argue, or you
stupid.
could argue that Willie shouldn't have posted all of the face docs and stuff without blurring because he didn't have to,
So stupid.
right? Maybe you could argue that. I think a lot of us argued that he was like totally insane for posting it all. But that's all it is. It's not that Willie was wrong about the child porn thing.
Uh-oh.
He made it very clear what he was asking. Destiny understood. Destiny does the
I like how now they're backing up to the original Willie Mack shit, right? Like he has I don't know if Jstlk has bashed Willie Mack over the Destiny like fucking no, I think he did. I think he did. I think Willie Mack and Queeman and all the anti-fans did actually bash Willie Mack over the fucking calling the FBI shit, right? Because they hated Willie Mack for being like a so-called orbiter of Destiny and like trying to cover his shit, right? Before Willie Mack did the FBI call. But now I like how oh, I guess Willie Mack is okay now. I guess he really deserves like all of this like defending, I guess. It's just so stupid, dude.
Sweatstiny emote, like saying, "Oh, depends on the reason you're asking for it," right? Didn't Destiny claim that he called Rose and chatted with her? Yes, he did claim that. I think. Where's our
Also, Jstlk is a really good example. I think Jstlk is a really good example of someone who is like a huge fan of Destiny. A huge fan of Destiny. And then turn into the most obsessive anti-fan. All right? Because if you're parasocial with someone to this degree and you max out in DEG chat for like the most mentions towards Destiny, chances are you have it in you to become the biggest anti-fan. All right? Because again, parasocialism goes both ways, okay? Anti-fans are just the most parasocial people in the most negative ways, right? It's just two sides of the same coin, yeah?
logs here? They're under one of these. Just give me a second. Not that one. They'll be under this one. Yeah. Oh, no, not that one. This one. This is where Destiny apologized to Pixie, right? 11/29/2024. Pixie says, "Hey, is there other stuff I have to worry about getting leaked?" He says, "Oh, there shouldn't be. No, I'm so sorry. There's literally zero excuse. I'd had phone convos and stuff with this person. They were fairly close to me. It's worthless to say it at this point, but I'm super sorry. There's literally no excuse. I won't say or confirm anything about them. If there's any particular action or thing I can do, just let me know." So what is the allegation? So is Destiny just lying back then? I can tell you, I'm pretty confident that Solo said he'd never talked. That Solo said at the time, Destiny.
No, I don't think he's lying. He's still consistent today. Like Destiny is literally still saying, "Well, I did talk to this person, so I don't know what's going on there," right? Implying that who he talked with on the phone is not actually Rose, but Solo with like a fucking voice changer or some shit, right? I don't know. It seems like Solo is like well versed in knowing how to fucking manipulate shit and do stupid fucking shit, right? So, you know what?
He had ever talked to her.
Yeah,
right?
good stuff.
This guy
Good
just
memes.
the problem with Destiny that really the biggest problem with like trying to cover his stuff
Mhm.
is he just totally shamelessly lies, and his audience is too like
Wow.
completely and entirely mentally raped to ever handle the lies. They just take his word as like the word of God. They're too mentally raped to ever.
I don't, but okay, cool, I guess. Like, what word of his, like, do you think I took as the word of God? Which one did I take only because, like, Destiny has said it, and I don't back it up with any kind of other reasoning or
Like,
whatever? I don't know,
grapple
I'm
with
just
truth
curious.
or anything like that. It's very sad.
Like what? Like I would be curious to give an example. Like, what is a good
Anyway,
example of this one?
so
Also, not only that, again, like, this isn't something that people are just eating up, right?
I just don't understand. And if anybody wants to disagree with this, the things I'm saying, they're welcome to join, to call in and explain to me where they think I'm incorrect on any of this. That's how I see it. Right? They'll never ever join. They know that.
Don't join. Don't provide him with the content unless, like, you are fully willing to destroy him, okay? If you destroy his ego, I fully support it, okay? Here, like, he said... Okay, hold on. Jstlk says this, but he's not willing to debate, like, some of his chatters, right? Like, at least one of his chatters, for all this shit, no? Like, I feel like it doesn't... Yeah, wait, hold on. Doesn't he actively avoid some people? Like, Carrier? Even though they're open to debate Jstlk anytime they want? Okay.
They're
I mean,
wrong.
You do
They
you,
know
I
that
guess.
the way they win is by like not ever directly having.
It's not like there's nobody. It's not like there's nobody who wants to debate Jstlk. There's like at least one person who wants to debate Jstlk. It's just Jstlk wants to pick out the competition, so then he gets to like look good or some shit. I don't know.
Confrontation. That'll continue to be the way it goes.
The reason I'm not gonna do it is because I'm bad at debating. Okay, I hate this.
Okay.
I hate this shit.
Yeah, I just thought it's just very funny that Willie can't stand on business and tell his person to go fuck themselves because he doesn't actually have the like mental strength or fortitude to know that he was correct in making his video, to know that he was like in the right. He has none of that. It just doesn't exist for him, so he like has to cuck out. He can't take it any further. Oh, hold on. Oh, did Rose and Destiny have her voice call? Yeah, I have recordings of the calls that she made back then, but they are deep in my chats from her like 2 years ago. Wait, what? Oh, that's really interesting, because man, maybe I'm just misremembering. This is a long time ago now. This is like a year ago. So that's interesting, for one thing. That's very interesting. All right. And here's the thing about stuff from back here. They'll go, oh, but that guy's the creepy, weird child sex trafficker. What?
Yeah, I have the recordings of the calls that she made back then. Yeah, like what? There could be a million explanations for this. Yeah, Solo could be lying. Number one, Solo could be lying. Like obviously, right? It's fucking like if he's willing to fake being Rose, like he's willing to lie about literally everything, right? Like it's just so stupid.
I believe him. It's like because he has like a infinitely better track record with telling the truth than Destiny does. Unfortunately.
How? Right? What?
He just very.
Solo's entire existence is a lie. Like, in a way, his entire existence is a lie. It's
clearly he tells the truth far more than Destiny does.
Huh?
He also apparently is like a...
Like, are you talking about, like, per capita or...
child sex trafficker, which sucks. I wish Destiny could meet the bar of being more honest than a creepy child sex trafficker.
Like ratio-wise?
Alas, we live in this universe where he is less credible than that person. So we just have to deal with that. We have to deal with the facts as they come in this case.
Okay.
Oh, there was one other thing here. There's this... I have to see. I might have something different than this. Can you trust this now if there's a chance there's catfishing? Well, I believe the only argument you could possibly have is that this is the catfish, no? Isn't the only way this makes any sense at all is if this is the catfish? How could it possibly make any sense if this is not the catfish?
Well,
the counter to this is that he's... Wait, you understand that the cock he posted is just him fucking with Sunday, right? And he said as much? Solo literally said, this is on the record, that Solo already said he was just fucking with Sunday when he sent him the cock. That is, like, just factually on the record. Nobody can argue that the BBC thing is real. Yeah, that was just him fucking with Sunday directly, obviously. Ah!
Fucking. Get it? Because they fucked.
Wait, there's one other thing I was going to look at here. We could pull Tyska in a little bit.
Yeah, and again, like, this muddling of Rose and Pixie is intentional, right? It's not... It's by design, right? It's by design. It's intentional. Yeah, just don't make any mistake about that. Like, it's just so clear from what you can see, right? But yeah. The reason they want to mix the two together so then there can be no discernment between the two, right? Oh, the CP shit is exactly the same as the Pixie shit. That's not true, right? That's not true. One is a more legitimate case than the other, right? Pixie has less of a legitimate case than like going after Solo, right? Yeah.
We've got the legal mindset thing. We can check that as well. Oh, I had another thing I was gonna pull up here. What was it? Man, there's like so many little things I've read here that just like blow my mind completely. Wait, hold on.
Shit.
Wait, who did he talk to? We can chat if you want into last to text it while I'm driving. You want to last to text in all while I'm driving. So he's not gonna text while he's driving. It's fine. I probably won't understand it. It's complicated. Just too much text. I can't really call right now, but okay later. Yeah, it's fine. I don't know if maybe that doesn't say anything too specific. It seems like they might have called. Now, the big thing here is you guys have to understand, while I'm willing to accept that this is evidence, I would say Rose is significantly incentivized to lie in her deposition, to say that that's not her, to say that she doesn't have any idea what that's about, right? We all acknowledge that Rose...
Yeah, but it was under oath. If it finds out that parts of her story was untrue or anything like that, she could end up with pretty big consequences, okay? Hold on, let me see. Lying under oath is a felony that can result... Yeah. Sentences can range from probation to several years in prison. Yeah, okay. For example, in California, felony perjury can carry up to 4 years in prison. In California. Florida. It's actually lighter in Florida. Okay.
If she says that's her, she would be admitting to transmitting child porn. So, like, it's very obvious to me that she can't like, admit to this directly. Does that mean it's wrong? Does that mean that... No, doesn't mean that. Could be the truth. I don't know. All I'm saying is...
Not only would line get her perjured, she would have to be on the hook for sending CSAM. I think usually when it comes to these cases, it's like in totality, right? It's in totality, yeah. Because in totality, if what you're lying about is sending CSAM, like I think overall the punishment is probably going to be way more severe, right? Just for that. Yeah, because it depends on what you're lying for, right? Yeah, it has to be
All I'm saying is it's very unlikely she'd go to that deposition and say, yeah, I sent,
because
yeah,
it's
I
the only
sent
way it
child porn
makes
to this guy.
sense.
This would be weird for her to do. Needs to be evidence of her claims. Well, I mean, you're probably never going to get evidence of her claims other than her testimony, right? I don't know what other evidence there would be. You just got to think about, like, her claims are evidence, right? Her testimony is evidence. You could try to subpoena some records. You should try to look into a bunch of stuff. But a lot of this stuff is evidence. It's just not proof. You don't know it happened for sure. You don't know which way it happened for sure. But if on balance, like, I have to take, if the only evidence you have of anything is just Rose's word, you probably lean probabilistically more to her word, right? Admitting to creating CSAM or lying under deposition, I know what I would choose. Yeah, basically. Have they not even caught this solo guy yet? That would be very funny if they caught the solo guy. I hope the cops are looking. You would hope the cops are looking. Man, I look at this stuff and I'm like, there's no way that this works, right? There's no way that you could virtue signal on both sides of, like, doxing Rose. But it seems to be actually happening. It's, like, very goofy to me that this could actually happen. Okay, anyway, I think Tyska's ready to come in and talk about the stuff we talked about, okay? So he made a couple claims.
What?
We'll write him out. We'll talk to him real
About
quick.
what?
Let's see how it goes. Hello, Tyska. Give me a second here.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second here.
Who? Who is this? Hello? Oh, Jstlk, just rewind. It's not hard to rewind, okay, jeez. Oh, it's Goofy? Oh, that was
So,
Yoge.
I think the first thing we have to address.
I mean, for anybody who is, like, actually willing to debate Jstlk on specifically this terminally online shit, like, just know that, you know, I am cheering for you, but I am gonna judge you, okay?
That none of the experts' testimony around spoliation had anything to do with my point around spoliation, right? Like, literally, I wasn't looking at the experts' testimony. I wasn't referencing the experts' testimony. So when you came and said, oh, I'm proven correct because of the experts' testimony, that was a fundamentally retarded thing to argue.
No, so my argument was that spoliation was not a factor. And you argued, or you were arguing alongside Queeman. Queeman made the much more strong argument that spoliation did occur, but spoliation being the destruction or altering of evidence that would affect the case.
So did Queeman argue that anything, did he argue anything having to do with, what is it? You argue anything having to do with, one second, I'm just trying to make this bigger so I can track it on stream. Okay, good. Did he argue anything to do with the expert's testimony? Because I believe both of our arguments were Destiny deleted it, didn't create any track record, right?
Yes, exactly, which is relevant to the expert's testimony. So the argument that we had was about whether Destiny deleting his Discord logs and saving it on a private server, like the Hillary's emails kind of thing, whether that saved file is spoliation of evidence, because it does, obviously you are changing the file, you are removing like metadata or whatever. It is a different file, but all of the evidence is there, as in like the sender and recipient, the time that it was sent, probably the location data, the contents of the messages, all that sort of shit.
Yeah, I'm fucked.
Is still
there.
Possibly.
So that,
depending on how you export it, possibly.
Oh shit, I'm not fucked. Oh shit, okay, wait, hold on. I still have 2 turns left to defeat this boss. I think I can still make it. I think I can still do it.
Right, yes, exactly. And so my argument was that spoliation is a positive argument that
I just have to think.
There is relevant data.
Wait,
that
hold
is
on.
not
I do need to just
acknowledge
acknowledge No. The argument would be that he can't be trusted and that he's broken the chain of custody of the evidence, right? That he's damaged the evidence.
Right, and I think that's a positive argument. As in, you have to prove that it's
And so my argument is by him being the only person who has pulled this data down in a state that's mutable, he has already spoliated. He has already tampered with the evidence. The evidence is no longer observable by a third party. It's taken to a different place. The third party does not have a record of it, or might not have a record of it, right? If the third party has a record of it, then we're fine. But if the third party doesn't have a record of it, now he is the only person with that data. He can.
This hamlet shall not fall.
Zip, thank you so much for the thank you so much for the raid, buddy. On kick. Oh my god, Zip, look. I have 2 different eyeball colors. Look at that shit. Oh my god, isn't that cool? Yellow and blue.
Can add or remove things as he wishes, and he is the person being sued. He cannot be the only custodian of that data. It is by definition inadmissible. It is by definition damaged, because he is now himself the only person who's handled that data.
Sure, and I will agree with that you can't prove that it hasn't been altered.
No, I'm telling you that it is by definition tampered. It is by definition tainted.
Oh man.
Well,
Oh,
you
I was
go
so
a little
close.
further,
I was
because
so
I think that's a
close.
positive argument. You have to prove that it has been altered in a way that there is foiled evidence.
Okay, so
that
for all
would be
digital
available
forensics
otherwise.
forever,
This close.
you can delete whatever you want,
Wait, sorry. Okay, what was
and
it? Okay,
as long as
all
there's
right.
no third-party record, right? You're just fine. There should be no observable rules. There should be nothing around this to protect people from. Yeah, listen, if you can delete it, if you have some time alone with it, you can delete it, and there's nothing there, right? You can.
Pause.
There should be a record of you modifying this, of taking it from a place where it's observable by a third party, right? So let's say it's sitting out on some camera somewhere. There's like a murder weapon for some reason sitting on a camera. There's evidence of the murderer coming in, or sorry, the person accused of murder coming in, grabbing the weapon out from under that
What is Jstlk's cope? Now it just is, oh, well, I mean, he accidentally has CP, so therefore he's guilty.
camera, doing something with it, and putting it back, right? And you don't have
I'm not
and then
kidding.
They
I'm
wipe
not
the
kidding.
previous camera footage. So you don't know what it used to look like at all. There's no third-party record of it. And then they say,
What?
but there's nothing wrong. Prove that I
Yeah.
touched it. Prove that I did something to it.
I don't know about that. I mean, I think it's like taking
why
the
don't you know
dash
about
cam
that?
footage.
No.
Hold
Why
on.
don't you know
So
about
your
that?
dash cam records a video.
Sorry.
feed, right?
No, don't
Then
go
you
to a
turn
different.
that
No. Stop.
into an MP4.
Stop. Explain to me why what I said is incorrect. Do not go to a different hypothetical. Explain to me what you disagree with what I just said.
To be honest, I'm not entirely sure I followed exactly what the data was.
There is
in your
evidence.
hypothetical.
There is
The
evidence
data
in a
seemed to be
case.
wiped. Yes.
There is evidence
The
in a
data was
case,
just
right? It is being
unavailable.
observed by a third party. You take that evidence and you remove it from that third party's view. You remove the previous archive of that evidence from the third party, and then you put it back after and say, "Look, it's totally fine." Is that okay? When there was a third party that had a hold of this evidence beforehand.
I mean, it really depends on the evidence you're talking about.
Okay.
So, for instance, let's say I get in a wreck. I'm suing, defendant's insurance company or whatever, and I have my dash cam footage. My dash cam is saving in some compressed file type or whatever, and I turn it
Okay.
into an MP4 or a .wav or a
You understand?
whatever video
I'm
file.
gonna.
I don't get it all, why he wiped it first. You mean Steven? He wiped it after he archived it. So he archived it online first, and then he wiped it, right? He probably stored it all in an online kind of space, so then it could be freely used. It could be used as evidence later on for, like, any, like, fucking firm, right? Yeah?
I'm gonna put
Changing
this.
it
You are
alters the data,
Go ahead.
but the evidence
Sure.
is still there.
Yes. But hold on. Now, in this hypothetical, that dash cam was streaming. Okay, it was streaming to a third-party server where basically somebody else could access it. It would be open to getting subpoenaed. You go back, you delete the dash cam footage, and then you produce the dash cam footage to the police. Why did you
I
delete
think
the
in
dash
that
cam
case,
footage?
I don't think it matters. It's still valid evidence. I mean,
So in these cases, forever,
again,
we
hold
should
on,
allow
hold on.
somebody
So
to.
you're making a mistake.
Stop.
You're
No,
making a
I'm
mistake
not
here.
making the mistake. You are wrong. You're going to
Yes, you
argue
are.
right now. Hold on. I'm going to give you your.
Jstlk will never admit he got it wrong, like Zero Shot he ever admits spreading misinformation. Yeah.
Exact argument. You're going to argue that it's a positive argument. I have to show how the evidence has changed from before, even though the record is gone.
Yes.
And there is no way to do that. Except I'm going to tell you that no, the person who is breaking the chain of custody intentionally, right, to protect themselves, that person has to prove that they haven't modified the evidence.
Attempt to.
But that's not
right?
how it works.
They have modified the evidence by definition. So in your case, they could go, oh, well, I was just transferring it over. That's fine. A reasonable person would say, okay, that seems reasonable. Do you think a person
No,
would think
chain
it's
of
reasonable
custody
to
is
delete
rarely
all the
intact.
evidence from somewhere where it is public, right? So you have both pieces of that thing. There's no reason to take it down
Okay.
from the public,
Okay, buddy.
right? Is there?
I mean, I think it's deleting your Discord messages is a thing that private citizens can do for no reason.
You can delete your dash cam footage for no reason. But I'm telling you that there was a record there that a third party had, and I think you shouldn't do it. By the way, my argument would be that you have every right to delete that public footage, but you can't do it yourself. You need to have somebody do it for you so that a record can be created to show that it's not.
Yeah, but that's what happened, right? Like, Destiny has created a record for it. He has all the DMs, everything. He just doesn't want his enemies to get a hold of the history, right? And for understandable reason, because they can defame him in public with it, right? Because everyone's going to be leaking Destiny's, like, fucking DMs, right? As a graph for clout. Of course he's not going to let that happen, because the him suffering through online, like, defamation is way worse than losing the court case. Yeah, like the damage that he has gotten in terms of the public effects of this lawsuit is more severe than the actual lawsuit by far. It's not even close. Like the amount of opportunity costs that he has gone through, the amount of career opportunity costs that he has gone through, the potential money that he did not earn, right? Like it is well beyond millions of dollars. Yeah.
Not being fucked with.
Yeah,
You
I
agreed
don't
with me
think that's
because
right.
that is the Hillary's email hypothetical. Hillary went to a law firm and said, "Hey, I can't do this myself. Can you please do it?"
No, if I remember right, that was the big issue with Hillary's private email server, was the fact that the emails were moved from one.
Judge said it was prudent for Tiny to delete all messages. Yeah, and who would blame anyone for deleting messages after like they even fucking yeah, like no, like I'm pretty sure people would understand if you were deleting shit like after you get sued, right? Like I think that's a I don't know, but you know, a random staffer deleted it. Haha, good
place
one.
to another.
No,
And she got
there's
acquitted.
two different issues.
There
there.
were
It's not that they
no
removed,
criminal
it's that they
charges
were
filed.
deleted. No, she didn't delete
Yeah,
it.
they were deleted
That's the
from
issue.
the. Oh yeah, okay, that's
Okay,
right.
attempt
So
two,
with the
attempt
Hillary's
two.
email thing, there was a lot of government
But you understand why Hillary didn't go and
records.
filter those things down herself, right?
Say that again. What was that?
You understand why Hillary didn't go and filter those things out herself. You understand that there would have been a ton of
Yes,
suspicion.
right, yes.
People would have wondered, why is the actual person being accused of malfeasance here modifying the evidence?
Yes, for sure.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
And so
What hold on. What's the difference between that? Hold on. So when someone sues a company, or someone sues like the CEO of a company, does that mean like people under the CEO can no longer be considered as a part of the CEO's actions? That would be a crazy way to get out of any fucking lawsuit, right? Like if a CEO was being sued and the CEO can just say, "Oh no, it wasn't me. It was like a random staffer did it," right? That's a crazy cheat code right there. Well, what I'm guessing is that that shit isn't a real excuse, and you can't actually use that, right? Like, Destiny can't just say, "Oh well, my lawyers or fucking Radiant or Zip Zip did it first," like whatever reason, right? Like you can just make
your
that
argument is
stupid.
that because Destiny deleted his own messages and
because it is
recorded it on
totally-
his own private hard drive or whatever.
I'm going to give you my argument. You don't have to ask
himself,
me my argument. I'll give you my argument.
Without a law firm having that chain of custody type of thing. Yes.
Or any digital forensic service having that chain of custody. Yes.
Right.
Leave me out of this.
But I'm
Oh,
arguing
right,
that
yeah.
it's a positive argument that spoliation. You have to say that there is evidence that is not available through discovery, that would have been available if not for actions of defendant or plaintiff.
Sure. So I think that is a positive argument,
Just a
given the
little guy,
Abby MC declaration that this was there, right? I think there is some argument. He doesn't deny knowing Abby, doesn't deny sending her sexual videos. He denies one small portion. Do you think a reason? So if you had to bet on balance, given that he deleted the third-party records, just listen, on balance, he deleted the third-party record, and there is a woman who not only says she was sent that video, has contemporaneous messages showing that she was telling friends before it ever was leaked that those videos existed about those videos, right? And that she has her own videos that were leaked by Destiny, non-consensually, to other people. Do you not believe that, on balance, you might think, oh, I actually don't trust this guy with that video. I don't trust this guy with that evidence. Like, I actually think he should have maintained a record.
I mean, in principle, in theory, yes. However,
okay. Preponderance of evidence.
I can't believe Jstlk did all of this for BB. That's insane to me. Why would you ever
in civil
do that?
court, right?
In law, no.
Preponderance of evidence in civil court, right?
Well, okay, so you're sort of conflating some things. So the Abby MC stuff is based on an agreement of the evidence that's provided between plaintiff and defendant.
Based on an
they
agreement
disagree
of the evidence
on
that's provided.
Yeah, the disagreement is based on evidence that they both agree with existing. So, for instance, plaintiff at least has been arguing that the date format was not European.
This has nothing to do with Abby MC. Why did you just bring that up?
The Abby MC testimony. It wasn't a testimony. It was a deposition. The Abby MC deposition said
it wasn't a deposition.
It was
a statement given under penalty of perjury.
Okay.
It's an affidavit.
Is that affidavit? Okay. Yeah. Right.
It's just a statement. It's not like a list of questions.
Okay. I might be mixing up terms here, but the Abby MC filing says that she received this this video, and is a list of DMs that are the defendant
I'm gonna
argues
just hold on.
that it's
Stop
in a
talking. I'm
European
just gonna
format.
short circuit for a second. No, you're just totally wrong. You actually have no idea what you're talking about, but it's fine. I'm gonna short circuit your argument because you're gonna take forever to explain it. So your argument should probably be something like, if you want to just skip or like stick to the same code that everybody does. Well, actually, there's no proof that the message existed of her sending the video, and that means there's no proof of this. There's no evidence for it at all. Is that what you wanted to say?
No, absolutely not. So
You're saying something about timestamps which are not relevant to the IBMC stuff at all. Not a part of that.
It is,
Nobody is disputing
because
that.
it's relevant to the apparently the Cardi statute.
Yeah, you don't know what you're
is
talking
what they
about.
keep
It's
referring
not
to.
relevant to anything to do with IBMC. It has to do with Rose. It's a totally different argument. You literally don't know what you're talking about. And you're here once again embarrassing yourself in front of all these
No.
people, having no fucking idea what you're talking about.
No,
Oh,
You should probably, like, I don't know. Here's the thing. You're supposed to be a little bit nicer. Okay, if people can't even come on, if you're complaining about people not coming on, and you're like Pikachu surprise face, why aren't people coming on? And you're like being hyper aggressive, and you sound like you're mobbing and coping. Yeah, I mean, great chalk, right?
this is why the testimony in the
With that being said, okay, I'm just saying, like, not even like this caller is a little bit confused. However, Jstlk himself is he is coping. Okay, he's coping hard. In regards to the timestamp thing is specifically due to the timestamps between, I think, Rose, so-called Rose, okay, Solo, should I say Solo? Okay, Solo acting as Rose, and Destiny, and the timestamps were reversed, and the timestamp is the entire deal, okay? The timestamp is everything, because if it weren't for the timestamp, it would be like, then they don't have subject matter jurisdiction because Cardi wouldn't be in effect in April. So if Cardi wasn't into effect on April, then therefore there's no case. There is no subject matter jurisdiction. So therefore there is no case. That's it.
the hearing, defendant's counsel asked, "Is there any evidence that the video was sent after October of 2022?" This was the Cardi statute, the Violence Against Women Act, Reauthorization Act of 2022, took effect in October of 2022 or November of 2022. And they argued that ABMC and her affidavit was evidence of this because of the
Yes.
flipping of the timestamps.
No.
Because if you read it in European,
No, Destiny himself has admitted that he didn't know Abby until like March of 2023. You are foundationally retarded. You have not read this. You don't know what you're talking about. You are making things up. You're conflating things. The European date timestamp thing is from Rose's documents. It's from Rose's text messages. You don't know what you're talking about. Why don't you just listen when I tell you you're a retard?
okay, I will concede I might be conflating things. I might be misremembering. But the timestamp thing was the only evidence that they had that it was after October of 2022 was the conflation of the timestamps. Anyway, we're getting off track
That's
here.
not
We were talking
true.
about
The ABMC
spoliation.
declaration, as you just said, is more evidence.
Was the only evidence that they brought up in the hearing.
Oh my god, this guy is so fucking good.
I mean, there is no other.
There are three
any other
arguments
evidence that
for why Cardi should come into effect, okay? One is the ongoing dissemination thing that people think about, okay? That might be an argument. Maybe. I think they won't
Yeah,
actually
as in
set
a
that
lot,
precedent.
a lot
Okay.
of links for a Google Drive. Yes.
Yeah, I think they won't set that precedent. I don't think so. The second one is ABMC's testimony, the
Agreed.
contemporaneous logs, right? Saying I was sent these videos, her having contemporaneous logs, knowing about the existence of these videos, not saying other people's videos existed, right? That she wouldn't have known about. Technically, you could probably argue Baby Peach's logs are also evidence of this, but I don't think they've submitted them because Baby Peach is absolutely mind raped by Destiny, just like Anna was, and he's using her in the same way he used Anna. But
Wait, so do women just have like zero autonomy? I mean, that would explain a lot of things. That would explain Cherry at the very least. But I just like, if you're like Jstlk, women just have no autonomy. They can't just simply decide to support Steven. If anybody supports Steven, it must be because they're mind raped by Steven and they're in a cult. It's like, oh, no one can decide like whether or not they want to take a fight publicly because they truly believe in like the principles of it. Really?
that's fine.
Okay.
So, and then the third thing from
Wow.
this was the conflation of the
This is like subliminal, like sexism coming out. Some people are just not openly sexist, but you can tell when someone is about to like make a very very sexist statement or something. But typically it's not like it's not obvious, right? The sexism is not obvious until like you know them enough and you can tell like there are little hints here and there.
Timestamps. So the
Yeah.
conflation of the timestamps, I never bought that. I don't think that's real. I think it's basically just ABMC right now. And then arguably some reference to some other fucking people that like sent Pixie DMs. I don't know if they'd keep it going on that though. So it is the ABMC thing right now is what is why or how this would survive subject matter jurisdiction dismissal.
Okay, that's what I said, isn't it?
No, that's not what you said.
Is that ABMC is the key witness, and it does rely on this conflation of the timestamps.
No, you didn't listen to me.
I did listen to you. There's also the Baby Peach stuff, and
The conflation of the timestamps was the third pillar, the third argument they had. That was not an argument. It's the weakest argument. The second argument was ABMC. The first argument was ongoing dissent.
How is the complete? Hold on. How is the conflation of the timestamps like the weakest argument? Because isn't that the entire point? Isn't that the entire point? Like that could make or break the case. What are you talking about? Like what? That's literally the biggest thing. Okay, all right. I mean, if you say so, I guess.
Publication or whatever.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so they were
Yeah,
different
so
issues,
they're-
and I said as much. You just weren't listening.
As far as the motion to dismiss, there
Jesus.
are only two reasons to not, or only two reasons for the court to think that they have subject matter jurisdiction, which is one, the ongoing dissemination via the active Google Drive link qualifies, or two is that the
The Google Drive link thing is cooked. Okay, just forget about it. It's not a thing. Okay, just that shit is just grasping at straws. Yeah, one might even call it cherry picking. Absolute cinema. Okay.
inflation of allegedly European timestamps means that it was
They're
after
ignoring the
October.
Holding women to lower standards equals misogyny. Yeah, objectively so.
ABMC
yes.
Yes.
jurisdiction. They're just saying they don't recognize
Yeah, holding women to lower standards is unironically
the ABMC
misogyny.
declaration.
It
They're
is.
doing like a sovereign citizen argument. I don't recognize your authority. I'm a sovereign citizen. That's all they're doing. This has obviously been the strongest points for all of this. Is why they wanted to amend the complaint to add the ABMC declaration. There are three things. You have talked about two of them. The ABMC declaration is another one.
What's the third one?
ABMC declaration, ongoing dissemination, conflation of timestamps.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So to be clear, I would like Destiny to go down for all of this. I just don't think that the case
No,
holds water.
why do you say that?
Okay, thank God. Oh my God, thank God. This person is not one of my viewers. Okay, thank God. Okay, I thought this was like. Okay, thank God. Okay, this person's not a food shopper. Oh my God. Listen, okay, if you're a food shopper and you hop on to debate Jstlk, I expect you to debate better than this. Okay. Oh, okay, all right. Whew.
Anyway,
You constantly come on stream or into Discord to try to play like devil's advocate. You are advocating for Destiny. Stop saying, "Oh, I want Destiny to go down for this," and then advocating for Destiny. I don't even care that you advocate for
No.
Destiny. I love retards who are willing to come and humiliate themselves for
I am
content.
not
It's
advocating for
awesome.
Destiny.
It's so great. But you are playing devil's advocate, and
Oh
who's
my
the devil
God,
in this case?
Jstlk.
Well, it's obvious.
I am not.
Right?
Well, bro, is bro gay? Is he okay?
Advocating
You constantly
for the
advocate for
devil here.
Destiny. You constantly advocate for Destiny.
I'm advocating
and
for
that's
what
not to
I
say
think
Destiny's
is the
evil.
like.
Bro, dude, I didn't know this turned into fucking Bloodsport's shouting match. Jesus Christ, bro is not okay.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's just to say you're playing devil's advocate.
Blood
You're
is
advocating
crashing
for Destiny
out.
repeatedly. That's fine. I love that. It's free content for me. Thank you. But you're like,
Dude, he's like a perpetual crash out. Like he just can't stop crashing out. Like he is the king of crash outs.
stop.
I mean-
Just don't come on and lie to me when the only positions you take in the Discord repeatedly are to defend Destiny. It's okay that you do that.
No.
We want people to take those positions. It's the only position you take every single time. Just stand on
It's-
business, bro. That's all we want. Literally, just stand
That's
on
also
just
not
stand on
true.
business.
No,
Okay.
you're wrong. You're
Okay.
you're being dishonest. Honestly,
The only time you talk to me
no.
is when you're trying to do this thing again, and then you come on and you have
Because
no idea
I
what you're
think
talking
your
about, and it's
takes
very
about the
embarrassing for
case
you every
are
single
incorrect.
time.
I don't have the capacity for embarrassment. Okay.
I know you don't, which is fantastic for me.
So-
It's fine. I can just come on and mock you for being a total fucking retard, and you will come back the next
is
week
even
with a totally
happening right now?
retarded fucking assertion
Oh, this person is like a Jstlk server regular, I'm
and humiliate
guessing?
yourself again. And then I post,
Okay.
you know, I get to stream on Kick. Ryle gets to post a
All
video on
right, all
YouTube, and we both make money.
If you
We
say
all
so.
love it.
Ryle gets the post on YouTube. Okay, again, all right, totally not. Oh, I can't control Ryle. I can't control Ryle. I can't control Ryle. Okay,
You know,
all right, I got you.
happy to be here.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not advocating for Destiny. I just think that your takes on the court case are unreasonable. And
Why are you so obsessed with Jstlk? I remember when you were claiming that you weren't even a Destiny fan. I wonder if you're. No, wait, what? I am a Destiny fan. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. When did I claim I wasn't a Destiny fan? A massive Destiny at this point. I almost had a heart attack thinking Destiny. Yeah, I'm a Destiny fan. Wow,
So you
that's
just
crazy.
came
Honestly,
in,
your
you got
takes-
completely
your
blown the
takes are
fuck out in
mostly-
every
When
way
I say
by somebody
that,
who just knows the
proof?
facts of the case here.
You're gonna have to link me.
Right?
hold on.
buddy.
No, we've gone way off the spoliation argument here. But we went off onto this tangent that I was not worried about.
Like a year or two ago, you used to get mad when I said you were a Destiny fan. Okay, can you find the clip? I'm sure you should have saved that, right? Because here's the thing, I don't remember. Maybe I did. Okay, if I did, then I disagree. All right, I don't. Yeah, I just disagree with myself. I've always been a Destiny fan.
Okay.
But your takes are
We've always been at war with Eurasia, guys. There is no war in Ba Sing Se.
fairly nuanced. But when I come on arguing in favor of Destiny, quote unquote, I'm not arguing on Destiny's behalf. I would like him to go down. I think he's a sex pest for sure. I just think this court case is probably not going to do it. I think this court case is probably going to be dismissed or adjudicated in his favor through summary judgment.
I have no I don't care how this court case is going to go, to be honest with you. I think if I had to guess anything, Pixie's not going to get basically any money.
That's the only thing that we've debated on or disagreed on.
No, it isn't.
Regarding the
we just debated on something
thing.
actually technical about why this would or wouldn't survive summary judgment. You said all of these things are wrong and they're proven wrong, and I said no, they're not. And then I laid out what the 3 pillars were that are making it survive Cardi being dismissed, being dismissed on subject matter jurisdiction grounds on Cardi, right? Because it's outside of the dates. I gave you the 3 reasons it wouldn't be, and I said 2 of them were bullshit, and I never really believed either of them. It's obviously the ABMC declaration that's going to make it survive Cardi. I told you that nobody's actually grappled with it. They basically go, I'm a sovereign citizen. I don't recognize ABMC's authority to make statements.
I mean, I think we mostly agreed on all of that.
No, you literally told me the conflation of timestamps was from the ABMC declaration.
I'll concede.
You categorically didn't understand. You totally misunderstood what the actual evidence was, what the arguments were. You had no idea, but you spoke with the same level of confidence you always do.
I guess. So I'm not super. It's been a while. I'm not super familiar with the ABMC stuff, but I came on to discuss spoliation, which is what we disagreed with earlier. Me and you and Queeman. Yeah. I thought you were more reasonable than Queeman, but you were also certainly wrong. And the current court filings, the filings.
Ooh, I don't know about that one. I'm pretty sure Queeman is like more. Actually, I'm not sure. I haven't seen Queeman debate recently, so maybe he's changed.
From was it today? I think the 13th.
Yeah, 2 days ago. Did you want to link those so we can go over them?
I did link them. There, it's element 128. You can see it in the link that I
just clicked over into something crazy. What the fuck happened here?
Oops. It was the link that I gave you.
I love Slay the Gunner or Goon the Spire.
That you tagged me in.
This game is great.
Okay, sure. Hold on.
I don't remember which one it was.
What's in factory movie? This is what? This is the. Okay, so you're talking about
also actual animations, actual 2D, actual 2D
Mr. Pena has also retracted his
animations.
accusation that Benel engaged in evidence spoliation. Paragraphs 7, 17, and 18 of his original declarations, Mr. Pena asserted and concluded that Benel's Discord chat export had been tampered with, that Benel had deleted or altered messages, and therefore Benel's evidence of the April 2022 transmission of the video to Rose is not reliable and will require further discovery. In his amended declaration, Mr. Pena concludes that his initial conclusions were incorrect, and he admits that the grouping thing wasn't there. Mr. Pena now withdraws his claim of evidence tampering and no longer asserts that Benel manipulated the data demonstrating the April 2022 transmission of the video to Rose. Plaintiff herself acknowledges that the paragraphs of her opposition predicated on those now withdrawn statements are no longer supported and should be disregarded by the court. This is from 147. This is the amendment of his thing, and this is his original thing. So 7. So hold on, we'll look at the amendment really quickly. 178, I think. 7. So there is no paragraph 7 amendment here that I've seen. Do you see him amending paragraph 7 here? I just looked. There does not appear to be any paragraph 7 amended. Okay.
In ECF number 139. Let me find it. So 139 is where Mr. Pina was
Okay,
the expert
mhm.
witness who.
But I don't even think it's Smilegate that does the animations. Like, does Smilegate is Smilegate even the one that does the animations? Like, or do they like have another like animation studio that they work alongside?
Alleged
Yep.
spoliation.
Yep.
And filing 139. Gosh, there's so many of them. 139 response in opposition to motion.
Yeah, so I've got it up on screen
Dismiss
here. Can you just join the
October 3rd.
presentation and I can navigate it for you?
139-1.
Because I'll show you right away that he basically says spoliation
they're
here.
only
Maybe for
developer?
19,
Oh, that's
does he
impressive.
have his paragraph 19.
Yeah.
So it appears he still has other paragraphs that aren't 17 or 18. The second spoliation issue is noted here, right? And so there is a
Okay.
second spoliation. Notice he points here. To
Dissemination of the quote-unquote video. This is paragraph 7. In the defendant's motion to dismiss at 12, paragraph 1, defendant alleges blah, 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 video.
What are you? Can you tell me what you're reading? I can pull this up so much easier.
Does Wolfgang hang around? I thought Wolfgang left a long time ago at this point.
Please do.
Can you just tell me what you're trying to read? I've already walked through this. If you
paragraph
just paid
7
attention to
from
what I was telling you, you would have
139-1.
followed all of this.
139-1.
139-1. We're on 139-1. So I will give you that paragraphs
Paragraph 7.
17 and 18 are retracted. Okay? So now we go down to paragraph
as will
19.
What's the argument over again? Is this specifically over the spoliation of evidence on whether or not like Steven has actually committed any kind of like alteration of the data and shit? It's over that analysis, right?
be discussed below. The evidence
So
relied
stupid.
on by defendant to support the April 9th date is inconsistent and appears to have been tampered with.
Yep. So I'm going to grant you everything from those paragraphs. Okay? So what you said
So
when you came to
that's
chat
just
was
on
that the
game-based.
expert was no longer alleging spoliation of any evidence, right? So I'm going to say
yeah,
the
the
expert is
spoliation
clearly still
section
based
is
on paragraph
paragraph 17 and
19, which has not been amended. Paragraph 19, the second spoliation issue noted is with Exhibit E, blah, 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 blah. He continues to allege spoliation. So you've already lost the argument. It's over.
Hold on. The second spoliation issue noted is that Exhibit E appears to have manually transposed content from a Discord chat with screen name, blah. The timestamps
We
in
don't have to
Drive
continue.
file
You could read this
identifiers in the
whole thing.
USL
You can read this whole thing.
do not match the same
wouldn't-
from the list
Yes.
the defendant prepared.
Keeps reading
so
game
this is
chat.
the evidence where he's doing some.
If he left, it's weird and creepy to see them still use his face for emojis in their Discord. Not only that, like his art, right? Like his art style and everything. I mean, but like, you know, like what are you gonna do? Like these people are just gonna do whatever.
We don't have to
honestly.
even talk about it.
Yeah.
We don't even have to talk about it because you came into the chat. I'll actually just pull your chat up because talking to you is actually like talking to a
Oh,
wall.
they paid for it?
I don't want to ask you what your assertion was.
Well, like Jstlk and them paid for the rights to his art
Just
style or
go
some
find
shit, or
logs.
what? Like,
Yeah,
what are you,
sure. Go
what are
ahead.
you saying?
Look, I'm happy to have my opinion changed here.
No, you're not.
Uh-oh. No, you're not.
Okay.
You can assert that,
Bastard.
but I feel like your opinion can't be changed from that.
So you saw that he had retracted one of his spoliation allegations.
Uh-oh.
He'd made two, and you said he no longer alleges spoliation at all. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. So you agree that he is still alleging spoliation.
They have an AI art? Yeah.
Uh,
And like they are Ryle. Like it has to be Ryle's end because Ryle has some kind of crazy fucking AI engine running. I'm guessing he uses it for porn. Okay, because it sounds like something Ryle would do. I'm guessing he uses it for porn to create like fucking shit to jack off to the same ex-girlfriend or wife that he has beat, I'm sure. You know, great stuff. Okay, great stuff. Good
I
names.
would disagree with that. Can
Why?
you demonstrate that? You say
What? No,
paragraph
I want to
19?
know. No, you tell me why you're disagreeing with it.
Because it seems like the majority of the allegations of spoliation from
majority?
paragraph 17
So
or
he had-
17
he had one
and
allegation
18
with
from
screenshots.
139-1.
Okay, he had one allegation with
Where-
screenshots, and he says there's a second allegation, second spoliation issue noted here. He's got two, so it's not even the
in
majority.
paragraph
He's
19?
got two. Paragraph 19, paragraph 20. Yeah, paragraph 19 and 20. So it's not the majority at all. It is equally split.
Does Rob Canals make YouTube host for Jstlk? Yeah. So people who are banned off of YouTube, the strat that they use is they ask a close follower to do outreach, right? They ask another person to create an account on a channel on YouTube that is not them directly, but will repost their content outside from YouTube to YouTube. So like for example, Mr. Girl does this too. Mr. Girl will use Mr. Girl will use Nathan. Nathan is his head mod. Not the other Nathans, okay? But just Nathan. Like he'll use Nathan to create a channel, and in order to repost all the Mr. Girl content on there, essentially. So when it's Royal Kitten House, it's just essentially Jstlk. It's just the fucking Jstlk channel, okay? When it's Mr. Girl Origins, it's just essentially Mr. Girl, okay? However, there's not really anything YouTube can do to like do anything against that. I mean, nor should they. Just mainly because like you'll be drawing a line in the sand. You'll be saying, well, okay, so if this person shows up anywhere on YouTube, then you should ban that channel, right? Because otherwise you wouldn't be able to interview people who are banned off of YouTube, or you wouldn't be able to like talk to people who are banned off of YouTube. I don't know. Like for example, Nick Fuentes would be off the charts. A bunch of far right wingers would also be off the charts, and there could be a case where you could be interviewing one of them and you're putting them there. So like it's like where do you draw the line? Where do you draw the line on like on that shit, right? I don't know. But yeah.
Nope.
Also, by the way, I just want to say like it's something I would do. So yeah. It's also something I would do in the case that I'm banned from YouTube, and I would wager that Destiny would do the same. Okay, but
the two Google Drive links that Destiny purportedly sent to both Abby and Pete in the two chat threads are actually not the same links.
You're going to
Highlighted
keep
links
reading
below
this, right?
are
You're going to keep. Hold on. You're going
evidence.
to keep reading this, and I'm telling you that part of the testimony is still there.
ask to like, subscribe, and donate. True, like, subscribe, and donate. Thank you.
That's
Okay, I
what we're
appreciate
arguing. Whether that part of the testimony is still there. I don't care about how reasonable the allegation is, what he's like actually alleging. I'm not arguing about that with you because you didn't claim that. You didn't claim this guy's unreliable. You claimed that he had stopped alleging spoliation, which is false. Can you admit that that is false?
Stop alleging spoliation.
You claimed that he was no longer alleging spoliation. I'm telling you, it's very clear that he is still alleging spoliation. Now, the last time I said that,
alleging
I said
spoliation, yes.
yes, yes. So before you said no, now you say yes. Okay, thank you. That is what the argument was about.
No, hold on. You're misrepresenting me a little bit here.
I'm not. I literally asked you, and then I asked you if he is now alleging spoliation, and you said no. So first, you argued the point. You got blown the fuck out again, and now you're trying to change what your argument was. Why didn't you change what your argument was before you tried to say, no, I disagree?
Hold on. The entire disagreement that we had, me, you, and Queeman, the other day.
This isn't about Queeman. This is about what happened in chat today. We never once argued about these modifications. We never once argued about these modifications being actual spoliation. So if you were talking about this stuff,
that's because
right?
when we argued, this hadn't happened yet.
No, this had happened.
No, we argued. Me, you, and Queeman in.
I feel like this is the place to watch Jstlk on YouTube. I mean, I get more views than Royal Kitten House, so GG.
This guy is just lying. This guy is just lying. We literally brought this up and talked about the needs to like hash things.
No, this was filed 2 days ago. I mean, we talked like a week ago.
Well, I'm talking about the actual document, the actual testimony from the expert.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah.
And at that point, these paragraphs, the main allegations, paragraph 17.
Would you have an econ debate? What? Is it okay if I just concede immediately? Because when it comes to economics, I'm a fucking moron, okay? I'm sorry. I'm just a fucking moron when it comes to economics. Unless it's like about a very basic shit. Yeah. I'm sorry. Like, what is the subject, though?
18
and just concede.
And the introductory paragraph 7 were still alleged. And
okay.
And you were arguing, and Queeman was arguing some pretty.
We only ever
shit.
argued that removing
arguing...
the evidence, that being the only person with custody of that evidence, was obviously something that taints the evidence. That would be akin to spoliation.
Yes,
and
exactly.
now that he has tainted the evidence,
corporate income taxes should go to 0 or 9%. I know I don't know, Jack. I don't have a strong position on it. Okay, like I concede. Okay,
Yes,
I
he
concede.
should have to produce a record showing that he did
Corporate
not
income
take that.
tax. Wow, I have such a strong hill to die on for corporate income tax. Whoa, that's so crazy.
That he's not a trustworthy person, that he's the person accused in this
Uh,
case, and him being the sole custodian of that evidence is incredibly
Aha.
improper.
Yes, and that is part of our
Okay.
disagreement. Is that he shouldn't have to produce, like, it might not exist a record that
So
shows
again, I'm just going to
a,
explain to you
chain
that
of custody
this
or whatever.
world that you're arguing for is somewhere where people can delete and can modify whatever digital evidence they want, and as long as they're sophisticated in it a little bit, they get away with a crime. You're perfectly psyched to live in that world.
I mean, that's the world we live in.
Okay.
That's
I'm arguing
how it
that
works.
there was an impartial record. Intentionally obfuscating that impartial record means you need to produce now your own record showing when I obfuscated this, I did so for my own privacy,
Right.
but not to destroy evidence, not to tamper with evidence. Here's proof that this was done above board.
Right. Well, okay. So in this case, Destiny seems to have deleted all of his Discord messages and put it on his own hard drive or something like that. So this record doesn't exist. There will never be a record that's verified,
Yes.
a chain of custody or anything like that. So this can't be
Yes.
produced. But your
Yes.
argument is that it should be produced. And my argument is that it's a positive
It should have been
argument
considered
that
before deleting
spoliation
evidence,
of evidence has
and
been
that he almost certainly would have conferred with his legal team before doing so. Yes?
how do you know he hasn't? I guess is another question I have.
I mean,
Yeah.
if he's smart, I would assume that that's likely.
Yeah. So I'm arguing that probably his legal team, there's no reason they shouldn't know about, e-discovery services. No reason. And so
Sure,
they
and
probably
I
should
would
have just
also
used one of
assume
those.
During the discovery process, the plaintiff's counsel has conferred with defendant's counsel to figure out if this is legit or not, or if they can poke.
Destiny has said time and time again that he has talked with his legal team repeatedly on everything, okay? And the one time that he hasn't, he has said explicitly that he has not talked with his legal team, all right? It's just like, why even just assume that he just does things without talking to a legal expert? He's been hiring lawyers this entire time, in addition to Andrew Brettler and the Brettler, like, fucking firm shit, right? He hired another firm to go after Solo. Like he clearly is like being very careful
in any of
about
it.
shit like this.
And haven't found anything to charge
they're not-
spoliation.
I'm saying
Mr.
the
Pena.
evidence is tainted. I have no idea how this is going to affect. Like, they might have already settled this and just said, oh, yeah, there's going to be like negative inference here with regards to the jury or something. Like, they could have discussed this. The judge could have like ruled on this somewhere. Although I don't know if the judge rules in private. Maybe not. But maybe at some point they'll talk about this and like the breaking of that chain. It's like something that can be decided by the jury, right? They don't have to even make a decision on it. There's no requirement to make a decision on it right now.
Subpoena
as far as I
Discord,
know.
exactly.
On like how that should be, what inference.
Just it's kind of crazy to me. Like, oh yeah, the burden should be placed on Destiny. Like they're still leaning on this. In no other case would he ever apply the same standard. Yeah, it's
you
crazy.
should take from Destiny's actions there. I'm assuming that's going to come down to the trial judge.
Oh, I don't know at all how that would.
I don't know
apply.
either. That would be my assumption. I do think that if they wanted to file a motion for spoliation, they would need to do what do you call it? They would need to provide like positive evidence. But I do think there's an argument for the evidence being tainted and a reason why they shouldn't trust this. And I think
why should the burden be on Destiny to provide the evidence of his own like innocence? That's so fucking silly to me. I'm sorry. It's just so incredibly silly. Okay? It's just silly. What? Huh? Shouldn't the burden be on them to provide positive evidence of like all this shit going on and it's still not being produced to this day? There's no like fucking smoking gun. There's no proof that, it's past the subject matter jurisdiction. So instead they're hinging on the date. So stupid.
to me, what this should obviously be is it should allow you to get subpoenas for records from Discord that go back far enough to find all of this stuff.
Oh, good question. So where's the subpoena? Right? So that's something I'm wondering. Where's the so-called subpoena of Discord that Pixie and her team should have done a long time ago? Where's that? I wonder. Good question, Jstlk.
Yes, but that was what this filing was. 139, the declaration of Jesus Pena, was essentially to be used as grounds for a motion to something spoliation, however that works. I don't really know how it works.
Wait, was it? What? Are you sure? I don't think they filed a motion for spoliation.
They didn't file a motion for spoliation, but the declaration of Jesus Pena. Jesus Pena was an expert witness, and he's the one who alleged the cash shit.
Apparently, people are like correcting me and saying it's Pena, not Panea.
He's
I am tempted to just say Panea on purpose.
written. I mean, he's written this. This is 25 pages of
The memes.
mostly boring and understandable shit, but also some sort of technical stuff.
I think
this is
I
where the
think
hash
some of
stuff
the, I think
comes
most of this stuff that's on here, I'd say most of these things I could argue against, except for the obvious breaking of the chain of custody. Like I could argue most of the things he says here around how the cache stuff works, how like he doesn't talk about how crawlers work and stuff, or he doesn't know that like that crawlers can only see things that are posted somewhere else, and probably that implies another person would have been publishing things. I could do the expert witness stuff for this.
Hold on a second.
Right?
You're being awfully kind to me now, so I need you to like you gotta. There is no evidence of spoliation, right? You would agree with that?
Wait, there is no positive evidence of spoliation? I've explained like that
Or
it's
there
improper.
is no credible.
Is a Mexican last name? Don't be weird. Pronounce it the best way you can. No, I don't care. Who gives a
And
fuck?
I would call
What the
this
fuck?
spoliation because I don't believe this evidence
Are you like getting offended on the behalf of all
to
Mexicans?
be like trusted anymore, right? Like if the evidence
hold on.
cannot be,
When I say
if the
credible-
evidence
When I
cannot
say
be
credible
trusted,
allegation of spoliation, I mean something that the court would accept.
sure. So here's the thing. Okay, let's
So
say
you would agree.
somebody's
So
a
you would
security
agree
expert.
that the court
Just
would
give me
not
a second.
accept
Let me
allegations of spoliation based on evidence that's provided. Yes.
I think they wouldn't say. So I don't even know when you file a motion to allege spoliation, you'd need.
Who's Jstlk debating? I don't know. There's some Destiny defender. It's pretty weird to be corrected on how to say someone's name and then still choose to say it wrong. But because it's funny, who the fuck cares?
some
What the
evidence
fuck?
of that wouldn't be proper. But when somebody argues that,
Also, corrected by who exactly? The original person with the name?
hey, Destiny's logs shouldn't be able to be used as evidence to throw this out of court before we've had discovery on the third party where he deleted the original version, I think in terms of getting a dismissal, that shouldn't be able to happen. You should argue against the dismissal.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Easy.
I feel like that's a different thing though, because we're talking about spoliation. Not the case entirely.
Didn't you just say people told you how to pronounce it? I'm sorry, do they have the name? Are they personally offended? Or are they being offended on the behalf of other people? I'm banning you. Goodbye. So stupid. It's so crazy. It's so crazy the double standards for racism and shit. It's just people mispronounce like Chinese shit all the time on purpose. And then like I don't know, like and then now people expect you to pronounce shit the right way when it comes to Mexicans. Okay, dude, thank you.
The spoliation of evidence.
care.
Which you
Yeah.
said that
I think
it
the
did happen.
standard that should be set for digital evidence. This is how I feel about it. Because of the downside, if you don't have it set this way, is that
it doesn't matter what you
absolutely-
feel about it. It's the law. It's the court. There's procedures for this shit.
Okay. I don't know what the motion for spoliation like says. I can only look at the definition of spoliation and say that this evidence has been spoiled. Yeah. I don't think spoiled is
Oh.
actually the verb, but hold on. Spoliated.
You do
This has been
think that the
spoliated.
evidence has been spoiled. You think that
So the action of
motion for
ruining or
spoliation
destroying something.
whatever
So
that is,
I believe that this evidence has
would be
been
acceptable
ruined,
by the court.
right? I believe this evidence is ruined. And
I don't think you
when I
believe
talked
that.
to you in person, I said morally, I believe this evidence is ruined. And I stand on this absolutely.
Oh, morally.
I told
mean,
you that legally I don't know exactly how they handle this with the what do you call it, procedures, right? I told you that.
Technically, yes, that is true. Yes, you did hedge for sure. Queenman
That's not a
did
hedge.
not
That's not a
at
hedge.
all.
Hold on. That's not a hedge. I didn't have an original position to hedge against.
No, you argued pretty hard that evidence was spoiled, that spoliation did occur.
And I said-
morally,
I
I
said
don't know about that.
explicitly
Like, I mean,
from the
that's-
beginning.
it's kind
I
of
said
like faith, but
explicitly
legally,
from the beginning
I
that
argued
I
it
was
hadn't
not
had
arguing within the
anything
court because I didn't know how you file a motion for this. I don't know. I said if it was legal, or sorry, if it was illegal, if it was like something they could file a motion against, then probably they would have filed that motion.
Okay, so legally,
So that was the
spoliation,
base of my opinion.
spoliation legally.
So what you're trying to do is you're
Very
trying to
likely
win an
not
argument you had with
provable by
Queeman instead of
plaintiff, yes?
actually addressing my arguments at all because you're getting brutally raped by me. Now, I understand
No,
why
you got
that's
gaped.
uncomfortable
You got
for
gaped
you.
so
I
hard.
totally understand why that's uncomfortable for you, but I need you to stop and I need you to accept it, okay? Thank you.
How do we even get here?
Queeman's not here. He can't hurt you right now. You're talking to me. Stop arguing about what Queeman was saying, okay? Nobody gives a fuck.
You got gaped, bro. You got gaped. So again,
You've
would agree
already
with
been
me.
declared the raped in this
You agree with
conversation.
me,
You can't just
plaintiff.
say no you.
Dude, this is just like you got raped. No, you.
You understand that,
No,
right?
plaintiff. So you would agree with
cares?
me, yes, or no, plaintiff cannot make a positive argument that spoliation of evidence has occurred in this case.
No,
Correct?
they can't prove that somebody deleted a digital record when they don't have access to any of the devices through where that original record could have been just like stored.
I mean,
Yeah, obviously.
they have
if I
plenty of access.
if I delete the contents of a notepad on my computer, you would argue that you couldn't possibly prove that, right? Like it's just obviously true. But that doesn't say anything about like what should be done, about how like evidence in a court case should be handled. It doesn't say anything about like the way things should be. Like not even close.
I mean, I feel like it's a little bit dubious that it couldn't be discovered that you had done that.
Why?
I don't know. There's a lot of tools to figure out what files are deleted or if there's any funny business going on in the records or whatever.
You don't think it's easy to you don't think it's easy?
Or the person filing the lawsuit could provide the fucking evidence. Hello? Like, what are we talking about here? This is so stupid. I'm so confused. I'm just so confused. Like, it's just, or we can just provide the evidence? What? Bro, I'm again, who's the burden of the evidence
to confound timestamps for like exports and stuff?
No. I do not think that's easy to do. No.
Okay.
Confound timestamps?
You don't think that I could go find a way? You don't think that I could easily go?
I think what this person should ask next time is go, what is a smoking gun? What's a smoking gun here? Can you tell me what is a smoking gun to all of this? And then Jstlk will say some dumb
find a
code.
way. I could just Google it right now. How do I change the created date for a file in Windows? You don't think that's just mutable data that just like sits there?
And can't be discovered by opposing counsel?
How would it be discovered?
Mean,
wait, how would it be discovered?
Because computers do a lot of shit, and there's just a lot of evidence. It's sort of like,
I'm aware computers do a lot of shit.
Faking the unemployment rate. Like if the Bureau of Labor Statistics just says that the unemployment rate is different or the GDP is different than it is, like, I don't know, there's just so many bits of evidence that you'd have to fake plausibly. Or like, you can murder somebody as long as you wipe your fingerprints off the gun. Like, it just doesn't work that way. There's so many different bits of evidence that can be used to triangulate the truth of the matter and find that something's been altered.
You're hypothesizing right now about things. What if Destiny just got rid of his hard drives? What if he did this thing, he copied some stuff over, and then he just deleted his hard drives?
Well, I mean...
The old hard drives. Like, sorry, deleted them, ran magnets over them, threw them out.
That would be extremely clear, super easy.
Wait, hold on. No. Hold on. No. All you'd have evidence of is that he deleted something. You wouldn't know what he deleted. You wouldn't know what happened.
But no. The deletion of evidence can be used to prove guilt, right? Awareness or knowing, right? You really think that a lot of these like child predators like just wouldn't delete their fucking hard drive or wipe it and then like they think they're done? There's plenty of programs that can be used to detect whether or not something was deleted from the hard drive. And that shit can be used against you.
Wouldn't have any positive argument.
Yeah, but you'd also say that there were Discord messages that were available.
No, I'm telling you, what if he copies the Discord messages over somewhere else, right? He modifies them. He copies just those files over.
No, this is bullshit. Right? No,
I'm giving you exactly how this would work. You just modify them. You modify the metadata. You copy them over to a different hard drive. You'd have none of the artifacts in the operating system with regards to disk operations or anything, right? And you get rid of those old hard drives. And all you could ever have proof of.
That sounds so simple. Copy over the metadata. Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. I don't know how to do that. Do you
Dan has literally run me through this process, how easy this is.
Sure.
His best friend is a security expert.
All right.
Wait, do you think that was difficult?
I mean, I have
you think
no
Destiny
idea.
is incapable of those things?
Very much not that simple.
I'm just giving you a hypothetical. It's not difficult to do, right? It's not difficult to do. I'm telling you, you are setting a bar that is very low that people can easily clear to just get out of like whatever they want. And I'm saying that probably if you're going to delete evidence from somewhere where it's sitting,
the bar is that there is evidence, or there was evidence that would be useful to the case that is no longer available if not for action of the defendant.
Yes, and I'm telling you that the
what
ABMC
you're-
declaration
what you're describing
is evidence that there
action
could be
of the
something there,
defendant
and there should be a
done.
subpoena that goes
I
through
think
and
that's
gets those
provable.
records.
I think
I'm saying,
I think any of these methods that you're talking about are probably provable by plaintiff counsel, or at least
why? How?
determinable.
It's so easy to do this. No, it's so easy to do this in like a totally simple way.
You say that. I
You look extra cute today. Thank you. That's so kind and nice. Thank you.
don't think that's true. It could be. I don't know, but I definitely don't think it's that simple.
What makes today any different from any other day? You say you look extra cute today. Wait, are you implying that all the other days I wasn't looking very good? Wow. Bigot. Got him.
Why couldn't the
as in-
FBI recover all of Hillary
I mean-
Clinton's emails?
This is sort of like
Hold on, can you answer that question?
uh,
Why did the FBI fail to recover all of Hillary Clinton's emails?
I don't know. I don't know enough about the case to be able to answer that question.
Well, they were there.
Um,
They were stored on a computer. The FBI had access to that computer. Why couldn't they get it? Why couldn't they prove that those emails were gone?
I just don't know.
You're
I
telling me-
don't know enough about Hillary's
You're
emails
telling me
to
it's
be
super
able to-
easy for the FBI or any forensic tech people to find. Why couldn't they find it with Hillary Clinton?
Good memes.
I don't know why they couldn't find it. I don't know enough about the case or about the methods that they used, or I don't know.
You made a whole bunch of assumptions.
You
Okay,
know?
now that I'm trying to get you to play Pixie's advocate, suddenly your brain doesn't work. Isn't that curious?
No, hold on. That's not.
Ugh,
I'm
his
just saying I
laugh
don't
is so
know the details.
disgusting.
I mean, what is your point? Like, what
What's my point? My
let's
point is
assume that they didn't know
you
the details.
constantly come into the
go to the
Discord to argue
looking
this
for
side of
it.
the case,
Come.
and then I laugh at you for being like a Destiny advocate. And you go, I don't advocate for Destiny. And then I'm like, oh, could you like provide me some of the unique brain power you have to hypothesize on why, in this very famous case of deleted evidence in a digital setting, why that evidence might not have been discoverable? And you're like, I have no idea.
Yeah, this is technical stuff, and it also involves legal processes with, I don't know, there might have even been military law involved. Like, I just don't know. The Hillary Clinton's emails case was very complex.
Wait, how would
I just don't
Complex?
know. But
It's not
this is
complex.
not relevant.
It's not complex.
The point is, again,
I think the colored eyes are working. What if I just like gaslight everyone and just say like I don't have any colored eyes right now?
can you positively argue that there is spoliation?
You're
on
going to keep going
Destiny's
back to
side?
this, and I just gave you the reason why your argument is stupid.
And so your answer is no.
Short-sighted.
Yes? Your answer is no.
The answer has always been no. I already told you I can't prove a negative.
No, the answer has not always been no.
Yes, it's always been
You got
no.
it.
I
You got
literally
Gates,
just
bro.
went off and explained to you how obviously
It's
I
fine.
can't possibly prove that. If you remove something from my
Gape.
vision, right? No, I just admitted that before this, so you didn't even notice. So don't say gaped when you can't even pick out the things you think are wins in the same situation
Nah, you
5
got
minutes
gaped.
earlier, retard.
Yeah, 5 minutes earlier when I saw when I
literally said obviously you can't prove this. You don't
Like
have
the
access to the
placebo
devices.
effect?
How the fuck could you
Maybe.
prove it?
yeah, this is the same.
Yeah.
This
This is like the thing. This is what I was.
there is evidence.
Of course.
I mean, you're saying it's so easy to just like delete messages and fake the metadata and move it over to a different server and
That would
change
be
the file
that would
format
be
or
very
whatever.
simple. That would be
I
very
don't think
simple
it's so
to
easy.
spoof the metadata. Yes, it's very simple to spoof the metadata on files.
And nobody has thought of this for any crime ever? Really?
You can say that. I don't know. It's not my field.
So you're saying out of everybody, Destiny is the one person that outsmarted all the rest of the criminals by being a boomer with technology. Destiny, the boomer of technology, okay? An actual ultra boomer when it comes to technology is somehow able to outsmart everything on the spot.
Like,
oh
I
my
don't-
god.
I don't know. I think it's
So
certainly not that
stupid.
simple.
Okay.
To spoof the metadata in such a way that it can't be discovered by plaintiff counsel.
He must be a god.
It could be.
He must be-
And I'm just not
Oh my
aware of how you do that.
god. I really underestimate. Maybe Destiny was just hiding his power level the entire time, and he was only pretending to be retarded.
Can't say for sure either way, but I don't think it's that easy. Nonetheless, there is no positive argument you can make that it's
Jstlk believes in data stretch marks. What more than the stretch marks across his stomach? Got him.
likely that this has happened.
Meow.
When
Okay,
Destiny
sorry.
moved his
Too far.
Discord logs from Discord servers to his own, which is the positive argument that you were making, and Queeman was very much making,
Uh-huh.
about a week ago, was that spoliation did occur. You were fighting me hard on that one. You were saying spoliation definitely did occur because it was
You're
moved
just
from
so we actually
one
had an
state to
agreement
another.
on what we were both arguing, and now you've been so thoroughly raped in this argument that you're actually just making up a new position for me. Thank you, Taiska. Does this work for you in other places? Are there like a lot of people you argue with who can't track what you're doing? It's very obvious. It's like so embarrassing.
If you say so,
This
bro.
weird pseudo-intellectual. I can't lose, so I'm just gonna make things up
what we're talking
now.
about just a week ago.
You literally argued in the same conversation that I didn't have even close to the same argument as Queeman, and now you're just arguing that I do have the same argument you laid out for him.
No, I did not argue that. I did not say that. I said that
You did say
had
that. Yeah,
more
you
than
said
Queeman
you
did.
said no. You said you
I
were
said
way different
Queeman's
than
argument
Queeman.
was ridiculous. Yours
Yeah, you
was
tried
less
bringing up
ridiculous,
Queeman a
but still
lot, and
ridiculous.
now your obsession with Queeman has come back to bite you in the ass because you already put on record you didn't think I had the same position.
That's not.
It's so
what I
funny
said.
arguing with you. It's so fucking
not what I
funny
said.
every time. It's incredible.
If you say so, bro.
Jstlk wishes that this was me. Jstlk wishes that he was actually debating me right now. He's crying and shitting and sobbing and throwing up.
You literally
again,
can't
just-
track arguments.
okay,
It's so
okay.
funny.
I think it's time you move on to your next segment. So let's end this conversation. Just to be clear, you agree that
Dude, this is so fucking funny to
based
have
on
on
the
tape.
evidence
You
that's
should go. I just
available-
want you to go back and like slowly follow when the YouTube video gets posted. If Rob posts this as a YouTube video, I want you to go back and just slowly follow and watch how you
Ooh.
don't understand what's going
Got
on,
him.
and then you have confidence when you're just being thoroughly embarrassed on every single point.
Yeah, Destiny showed up on my stream to fake organizing messages when actually he edited the metadata months before. Oh my god, what a genius! He's planned this from the very beginning! Oh my god, what a god! And he was only pretending to be bad with technology. He was only pretending to be bad. When I told him that he could still be on the Discord call while looking at the PDF at the same time on his phone, oh my god, he was only pretending to be retarded.
It will be therapeutic for you. I promise. It will be therapeutic. It will help.
Oh my god.
It is like a recorded
Okay, I will
instance
do
of
that.
your.
When he was talking about when he was talking about OBS, oh my god, he was only pretending.
I will do
Most
that.
maladaptive
I will be
behaviors.
as zen.
Like,
Oh my god, he was pretending to be retarded when he was defending Verso.
I hope if you have a therapist,
I will
this would be
meditate
gold
while
for
I'm
them. This would
thinking.
be the golden map
I
to
will
fixing
internalize
all of your
every
problems. If you have a therapist, you need to give them this video, okay? I'm telling you,
But
it will
just to
help
be
them so
clear,
much.
You do agree that plaintiff cannot argue,
Yeah.
or at least cannot make a
Do
compelling
I agree
argument
to the same thing I
court
just agreed
that
to twice? Yeah.
spoliation
You're going
of
to try to
defendant
disconnect as
has
I say
occurred.
that, but good luck. You've already failed to make any sort of edgy or
Ooh,
witty
you
exit. You wanna just
failed.
slink away now?
Oh my god.
Okay, so
it's
you did agree to that.
over.
You said that's always been your argument. It wasn't. You got gaped, bro. Gaped as hell. Gaped as fuck. This was fun. Talk to you later.
Do get that therapist.
That was great. Oh, this is happy music. I like happy music.
And so listen, that's just free content every single time. He needs help. He does a little bit. I appreciate it because he will come back and he'll do the same thing like next week, and then he keeps paying me for my Patreon. So, like, I just there's nothing but wins here.
He's a Patreon member for Jstlk? Ooh, never mind. L.
Good times, good times.
Destroyed, I guess.
Thunderdome chatters, bro. I guess so. Please take me back to nostalgia land. Is this just you saying?
Thunderdome chatters. Oh yeah, dude. I disavow, okay? I disavow Thunderdome, alright? Their standards for who is a part of their community is far lower than my standards. Good for them, though.
This is crisp. If this is the crisp I think it is.
Shut up, Tyska. Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
Hey, good job.
Retard.
That's the soundboard in the Discord now. Good times. Give me a second. Pull the soundboard up. Oh, what the fuck?
Retard. Retard.
Nice.
Okay. Well, I think we're out of time, right? Do we want to? If you guys donate, I'd do another video or something. But if we don't have,
Wait, why not just like why not just simply stream more? Like, what the fuck? Oh, if someone donates, I might just stream. What the fuck? Or maybe you just either end stream or you just keep on streaming. Why? Who cares? What? That's not okay. Whatever, man. It's fine. Okay, that's it, I guess. So stupid. This guy's such a moron. Dude, this brings me back to the good old days of just covering Jstlk every day, forever. This is the good old times, okay? The good old times of covering Jstlk every day, nonstop, nonstop A-log.